the fifth day in '98 here, and this is the start of what I hope would be a start of the little tour guide of 14 Maynard Drive, and probably I'll get some over at the farm also. But to start out here, I'm sitting out on the back porch here, just kind of messing around there, and right now we're looking at Thomas the cat. He's out there doing what he does in the daytime. That's his sleep and all that stuff. There's a plant hanging up there, and would you believe it that for January 5,
it's 65 degrees.
Yeah, the temperature is about 65 degrees. I don't believe that stuff. So this is kind of a crazy day to work outside. So I got the plants out, and we're watering all the plant. And there's one of my plants, and I hope you can see this okay. I got a little backlight here, a little pretty light in the background. I got this Sony camcorder sitting on backlight. I pressed the backlight button. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but couldn't be a time bomb. Maybe this cotton picker thing will blow up on me. I won't know, but anyhow, we're just kind of messing around here, and out on the porch here, we use it for all kinds of stuff. I got nails pounded up there in the ceiling there. There we got some onions, and I got some grapefruit, and there's another plant hanging, and some oranges hanging there too, and there's the old grill that we're real intelligent. We light this daggone grill off and out on the porch, and it smokes up the whole cotton picking porch back here. Of course, we got all this urethane, huh? Plastic. Vegas says it's plastic around here, and we got the insulation all around, trying to keep out some of the cold breeze and stuff. So anyhow, what I was trying to say is when we light this crazy grill off, we smoke up this whole place here, and even all these people who like to eat them cigarettes running because they can't stand it. So I keep telling them, the smoke is no good for you. They seem just to eat it up here. So I'll go around here and see what Leela May's doing here.
Oh God, don't you dare.
Yeah, and she says, "Oh God, don't I dare." I know what she's doing. She looks like one of them fast trains. Looks like that vegetable train that runs from California. I think it goes into Chicago and then stops off in New York. And has all these, it has all these fresh vegetables on it. And that thing, I understand, has got priority over freight trains and passenger trains and all kinds of trains. So it can get through to help feed the people on the East Coast here. Uh-oh, we got a visitor.
Come here.
We got another visitor, another kitty cat.
Come here.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
He's over there.
Where'd he go?
He's down there eating.
Oh. There's a little Siamese kitty. He is one pretty little thing. He drops down here almost every day, and he comes down for breakfast, and comes back for lunch, comes back for supper.
And a midnight snack.
Yeah, and then he might come back a little later on in the evening for a snack too. Right now it's kind of a noonday snack. This cotton picker, I don't know. I'm gonna try to claim him on income tax. I think I'll call him Buster, or I guess the best thing to say, "Hey you," if you ever walk down the street and don't know what to say, if you want to have some fun. If you got a whole bunch of people in front of you, just holler, "Hey you," and they'll all turn around. So rather than call somebody nasty, just say, "Hey you," and they'll turn around. You definitely can get their attention. So I'll tell you what, this is probably enough of the back porch and stuff. Let's see what else we got. There's old Thomas. He's sitting there. We're looking at "Hey you," or Buster the cat down here. I don't know what his social security number is, so I don't know where I'll be able to claim him on my income tax or not. But anyhow, there's let's see what we got here. Anyhow, there's a bottle of water I got. No.
Bottle of blue water.
Here comes Miss Kelly. She is real ambitious today. She picked up a plastic container
Yeah.
that's antique. Been sitting in the kitchen there so long. I've been trying to throw it in the trash can, but
Been sitting there about an hour.
I can't get her to do nothing. So okay, let me go ahead and shut this thing down, and maybe I'll go outside here after a bit and get some pictures around the perimeter of the house and take a picture of the cars and introduce you to all that stuff. And so far I ain't said a daggone thing that just running my daggone mouth. I was gonna say my water's dry, so I got to get me a drink of mouth. I mean my mouth is dry and got to get a drink of water. So just be patient, cause see I'm a senior citizen and I can make all these goof ups and get away with it, cause I went to school to learn how to do this. So I'll see y'all later here. Oh, by the way, so I don't forget, David, tomorrow's your birthday, old buddy, and I guess you must be the, let's see, 41 years old? Man, oh man, you sure climbed the ladder there, partner. But anyhow, do hope that you had a nice 41 birthday. So we'll catch y'all later, and maybe Linda, I'll say something to you too. I don't know what I'm going to say to you. I hope you got pressed up the other day when you said on the email thing that you had to get your act together, because see, David was coming home from work and what have you. So anyhow, I hope everything turned out okay, whatever that may be. So y'all take care. And oh yeah, I was looking down the street down there. There's a fellow down yonder was out there plowing his garden on January 5th. Plowing a garden. I thought we was out there probably making snowman, but no. Around here, 65 degrees, and gracious sakes, had to take my cotton picking jacket off because I was about to burn up. So like I told you, my water's dry, so I got to get me a drink of mouth. And I messed that one up, didn't I? All right, well anyhow, I'll catch y'all later. Y'all know what I mean. Bye-bye for this time.
Well, there's Mr. Kelly over there, and he's done cut off that long plant, and he's putting it in water.
This is a philodendron.
Oh, philodendron or whatever. I told him, I said, just what we need is another hanging plant in this house. Anyhow, that's all I had to say. Bye.
Here's a little view for you from behind our house, such as it is, with got a little fence. There's a next door neighbor's house over yonder. This here is I want to make sure you know this is back of 14 Maynard Drive, because if I didn't say so, you probably think was the city dump. Here is what it looks like. I got up there where, of course, the porch is hiding a little bit, but the kitchen we added onto the house, well, it's got the green siding on it. Here's another big building that I built all by myself here. Yeah, that's some of my #1 architectural. How do you say that, Wade? You know what I mean. But anyhow, it's another one of my little project that I built. And here's the clothesline. It's full of clothes, and so you know that could kind of tell you it's Monday, because everybody washes on Monday, or a lot of people do anyhow, I guess. But a lot of people, you know, a lot of these ladies, they say, well, you know, you ask them, what else you going to do besides just wash a few clothes? Says, I don't do nothing else when I wash clothes. But that was 2 years ago, but not today. See, today it's kind of an easy job. You just throw them in a cotton picking wash machine, and they wash them all up and take them out and hang them up and dry them all up and take them in and fold them up and put them away, and that's it. But see, back in the old days, before the days of these electric wash machines they got nowadays, people used to have to use a scrub board, got there and scrub the cotton pick clothes out and everything, and that's why they didn't do nothing else, particularly ironing. People always say, well, I don't wash and iron in the same day. That's the reason why they don't wash and iron in the same day back yonder, because you had to work so hard on the on the daggone scrub board. So now the women just kind of just use that for excuse, because I guess their grandma and their great grandma used to say the same thing about not washing and ironing on the same day and doing anything else in the same day except that. So here's kind of a little view here. Here's our garden area right there. Got a little shade there, where you can see it or not, but it's about let's see, there's 10, 20, 30, about 30 feet there. Looks like across from the, no, it ain't no 30 feet either. It's 20, about 25 feet. See right there. See, right there is a corner. Our garden runs from there, clean across. There's 10 foot, and there's 10 foot, and there's about 3 foot or so. So it's about 18 to 20, 21 foot wide there, and then the length of it is about 60 foot, just about as long as the house is. The house is 60 foot from one end to the other. So that's a garden. It's kind of sad looking. Ain't nothing there except just plain ordinary old, it ain't dirt. We call it soil around here. A lot of people call it dirt, but I always figure like dirt is kind of, definition of dirt is kind of matter in a foreign place. So when you look at my garden, it ain't dirt, man, that is soil, because I worked hard putting all that stuff in there and tilling that under and all that crap, what have you. There's a tree in our backyard that kind of dropped all its leaves there and come down here, and they land on the ground here and trying to keep them grass, what grass I do have, which is few and far between them little blades of grass. I got lots of weed and stuff like that there. I guess I ought to bring my goat over here, Miss Debbie, my little female goat over on the farm there. We'll get to see him later on, and I'll get that on tape for you. Okay, well, let me go ahead and button this thing up now. I got a few little dead limbs and stuff I gotta get picked up there and put it in the trash. So I guess it's pretty good for the east end of the house. There we're looking at it on the, we're looking at the east end of the house, which is the back part of our house. So and this is 14 Manor Drive now. I know it don't look like it. Looks like the cotton picking city dump here, don't all these clothes hanging out, what have you. But anyway, I'll shut up for now, and I'll get around to y'all a little later on. Okay, here's a little better view of the of our porch we got. A deck with a cover on it, I guess. It's right nice, so we enjoy sitting out there and just looking around. I think, see what we got. I see something in the corner of my eye. Here it is, old Thomas the cat. What, huh? What you doing, Thomas? Tom's out looking around. He just give me a couple of beeps on his horn there, let me know he's back home safe and sound in his own backyard. And so I'll, let's see, let me go and shift this around a little bit. Just hang in there for a second. Okay, here's what we see from our backyard right here. Here's the clothes, and there's the Mennonite church. They had quite a fuss when they was getting ready to build that thing there. Well, I shouldn't call it a thing, the church. It's a real nice building. So, and a lot of good people go in that church too. That's for daggone sure. They're just as nice as pie. But when they built that structure there, the Mennonite church, there used to be a great big beautiful pecan tree right in there, right in the center, about where the church is, where the church's top of it is, right there. And when they cut that thing down, I'm telling you, boy, it was a kind of a sad thing, because that was one beautiful tree, and the church people, they tried everything in the world to figure out how they could save it, but they couldn't do it. So I guess they decided they just have to cut it down, and so they did. But a lot of people live here in Bruton Park. All this area right here, this must be run about, I guess, what, pretty close to 3.5, 4, maybe 4.5. I don't think it's quite 5 acres right there, but it's probably a good 3.5, I would say, acres of the property they own there. That's Harpersville Road back there. We sit there and watch the cars go up and down. Sometimes the Smokey the Bear, he kind of parks about right where that car is there. That car there's one of the church workers. She goes in there every day and does all of her administrative work and what have you. But there was quite a holler. They thought building a church back here was going to cause all this property around here to devalue for some reason or other. I think someone was kind of nutting and cotton picking fruitcake, because I don't see where it didn't do a daggone thing. It just, I'm sure glad they didn't. They went ahead and built a church there, because when I look out there, I don't have to worry about 15 to 20 houses and 1,847 dogs are barking, and just all peaceful, and that grass don't make no noise. The only thing it does is just look pretty when it comes up. And these are all the pecan trees right there. There's a pecan tree there. These trees here are about, I guess, pretty close to 80 years old, and oh my goodness, the sounds of the city. There's the old motorcycle buzzing over there. Yeah, these pecan trees right here, what you see right here on this the Mennonite Church property, they're around 75, 80 years old, and we got there once in a while, collect up a couple nice big bags of pecans, so we have fresh pecans and everything every year. And church people, they don't mind it, because they got all their people come over and collect them, and everybody and his brother collects pecans there. So that's pretty much what we see from the back of our yard here. So one more little view here, and I'll show you. There's a tomato plant, a Roma tomato plant left over from the past summer, the summer and the garden season of 1997. And let's see, let me go around here, and here's some more of the garden here. Ain't much to it. I did want to show you some a plant here. There it is right there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's what remains of a hot pepper plant. I usually plant enough to burn up half of the city of Newport News. And there's one plant there that kind of made it. And of course, he's gone now. There ain't much left to him. And over there's some bell pepper plants that I didn't got around to pulling out of the ground yet. I may pull them out tomorrow, provided it don't rain, but I think it's going to rain, so anyhow, we need to worry about that. And what's that? Oh, that looks like an orange laying there that must have been laying around the refrigerator too long. Now I toss it out there. But I toss all the stuff out here in the backyard, in the garden, what have you. And there's a birdie house. We keep the birds, feed the birds and all this stuff. And we have all kinds of birdies that come back here and eat, and cardinals and the wrens and the blue jays and the what do you call it? Oh, the doves. Yeah, the doves, they come back here and eat, and what have you. And all the little birdies, the finches, come back there, and there's where the finch chew on their food and everything and what have you. And one year, let's see, a year before last, I guess it was, when Ralph Jr., he likes to go hunting each year, and he come back with some remains of a 10-point buck deer that he got, and he threw the skeleton out here after he got to taking all his meat off of it. He threw the skeleton out here in the garden. I think it was somewhere along in here someplace. I don't know exactly where it was at. Out in here, I guess, not too far from that Roma tomato plant. Put it down there, and in come a couple. I can't even talk today. Daggone, Kelly. But anyhow, we seen a couple airplanes coming in here. Well, they looked like it, but what it turned out to be, a couple of them turkey buzzards. They come down here and landed, and I guess they had a wingspan about, I guess probably a good 5 feet, and they come landing right here, and they sat there and chewed on that daggone skeleton, that pieces of that deer, for it was 2 or 3 days, and finally they got rid of all of it except a few little bones, and I picked them up and threw it in the trash can, and it was quite interesting to see them two rascals out here. Matter of fact, we even had a goose hawk. He's a real pretty bird of prey. He comes around once in a while and kind of checks the garden out, see if there's anything around here he can chew on. I think the other day he got him some type of bird, so he done had him a meal too. So that's pretty much it for the back to house there. So I reckon I'll just go ahead and shut up for this time. I don't know whether y'all enjoying this tape or not, and at least I'm running my mouth. You'll know what my mouth sounds like, or my voice sounds like, I should say. And I'll see you on another session here. So it's still January still January 5, and so we're still working on the same day, but it's so pretty out today. I'm telling you, it's really beautiful. I'm out here, ain't got no jacket on or no sweater or nothing else, just some old shirt sleeves and what have you. So I'll catch you later here. We're just kind of looking around at some of the neighborhood down there at the south end of from us. Yeah, here's a neighbor down a couple houses from us here. That's where that little Siamese kitty, that's where his home at. And when it comes up and has breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. So I'm still gonna check on that income tax thing about that guy. There's Miss B's house next door to us. They're the elderly couple there, senior citizen type. And right now, Miss B's husband Charlie, he ain't doing too good. He had a little mini stroke there and kind of did a number on him a little bit. He's pretty close to 80 years old, so I go over there once in a while and see them. They said they don't know what they would do without us, but I don't know what we've done to deserve that statement. But anyhow, we try to be nice to everybody, and of course a lot of people in most cases are pretty nice to us, so I guess it's kind of a turnabout is good fair play. And here's Miss Kelly. She's coming out here. I see. Let me get another view of her, so hang on just a minute. There's Leela. She's Leela, old Miss Peggy Leela May Kelly there. She's clean out the bird bath there, so the birdies will have a nice fresher water. And there is Thomas. Thomas is always got to check the situation out, make sure that he don't miss a daggone thing. And like I say, every time we do something around here, he knows it, he smells it, and trying to figure out, well, what the heck's going on here. So he's out there checking out too. Sometimes he gets up in the bird bath, and when you don't go swimming, he gets a little sip of water. And there's a little squirrel thing there that friends of ours that she kind of runs a motel where Peggy does a little up there and does a little work for him once in a while. There's a squirrel. We put a ear of corn on that thing right there, and the squirrels come down there and they chew on the old hog corn a little bit. Okay, we're going to shut up now. I think it's pretty much here for this session, and I'll see you a little. Well, hello again. I don't know where I told you or not, but this is still January 5th, 1988. You know, it's so nice today that I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I know sometimes when it gets nice, my accent changes, but then when it gets cold, then it changes back to something else. I think what it is, what makes me mad when it gets cold, is that when Leela May see. Oh, I have to turn this thing off here, don't I? Okay, I'm back with you again. I still got that accent because it's still a nice day. That's Peggy's, or Miss Leela May, I guess I should say. That's her 1985 Cutlass Oldsmobile. I think that's the way you announce it or pronounce it or whatever. But that's her car. The health record on that thing is all screwed up. Because every time we turn around, we're carrying that doggone thing to the garage mechanic to work on it. It makes me mad when I talk about it. Then I start to stutter. But anyhow, so much for the 1985. It ain't no Cutlass, it's a Regency. That's what the daggone thing is. It's a Regency Oldsmobile. And this car here, that's a 1985 Pontiac Parisienne. What a handle for a car. And what a car. We paid, or I paid, I think it was around $3,000 for the car, and it's has never given me no trouble at all. All I do is put gas in it, drive it, and change the oil. It is a real outstanding automobile. I guess you might say it's a very nice road car. That's the one we drive when we go to the farm, because it's a nice smooth ride, and I love that automobile. Yeah, most people do kind of get a hang up about their cars, but you see what's going to happen eventually. This country is going to wise up and go to mass transportation, and then the cars, people's going to just have to give up their cars, because this country is getting hurt a little bit as far as money, because we're using a lot of cotton picking fuel and stuff, and this is tearing us up. We use more fuel, I think, than the rest of the world does put together. So the rest of the country does put together, I guess. So we're just going to go ahead and pan around here a little bit and see what in the world is happening. That's a picture of the garage, which is misnamed, because who in this day and age puts a car in the garage? The garage is for bicycles, lawnmowers, and junk and stuff that you want to save. And if you go back into the so-called garage and find some stuff, it might be 3 or 4 years old, and then it's rusty and it's all moldy, and then you throw it away, because that's what we like to do, us people who has garages. Okay, and this is a window that goes into the living room, and there, right there, is, gee, I'm being very informative, telling you it's a front door, and there's our house number that says 14 Maynard Drive, Newport News, Virginia, 23601, 1612, and I hear Leela in her room opening the window, and I guess she sat there, laughed at me, because when I talk, when it's warm, I get that southern accent, and then I go crazy. Okay, well, I'm going to see you a little later. You hear that sound? That's an aeroplane. I can't do it because it's in the sun, and it's coming right through the sun. I was going to get a photograph of the doggone thing, but you can sure hear that. I know that. It's an F-15 Eagle, one of the top fighter planes in the country that we have, or in the world, I guess you might say. But they're having a good time flying around here. Just another one of the sounds that interrupt our little conversation when we fly. Sometimes they come right over top the house. I think they're going right through it, and you can't hardly talk to nobody. So I'm gonna cut this thing down. This is pretty good here for the front of the house, and we'll see you later. And I'm sorry for my summer accent. Yeah. If you want to know how to spell accent, it's ASSCENT. Accent. You know, cent is a worthless piece of the dollar bill. I'll see you later. Thank you very much. Hello. I just come to the backyard here where it's a little cooler. Just cool enough, because I'm kind of in the shade, to take some more pictures. I want to show you, there's a thermometer. It says 70 degrees, but actually it's about, I think it's about 67, 68. So it's pretty warm for January the 5th, 1988, ain't it? Okay then, I just want to let you know that I wasn't lying when I said it was pretty daggone nice for January 5th, 1988. Huh. I'm in my back room now that I call the workshop. This is steps going up to the top room up there. That's where Ralph, Lou, and the girls stayed while they was waiting to move into their farm over in Surrey County. So this is the steps here going up to it, and I think it's so interesting, don't you? But anyhow, I'll go ahead and pan around here, and there's light in some of my workshop area. Let me go over here and see what we got here. Here's my rack where I got all my stuff up here. Most of it's junk, but you better not tell me that, because you'll make me angry, because I like all my junk. There's my three-wheeler bicycle that I bought. I had lots of intentions to ride that thing around the Mennonite church back there that I showed you a few feet of there and get some exercise, but I get on that, and then my daggone back started to hurt me, and I was riding this even before I hurt my back, and my back still was hurting me. So I had to try to cool it on that, and there's my little trailer that I hooked behind my tractor, the one I use to cut the grass with and stuff like that. Of course, Miss Grandmama Z, her tractor is a hydrostatic tractor, and my tractor is not hydrostatic, but I can't afford them daggone hydrostatic tractors. Mine is a regular ordinary old tractor that runs from the backyard or to the front yard. Then I get out in the front yard and I forget to get the pliers, so then I come back to the backyard with my tractor and my little trailer behind it to get the pair of pliers that I forgot. So I don't believe in you know, getting too ambitious when I go from the front yard to the backyard getting stuff like a pair of pliers. And let's see, oh, there's some wood that I'm planning on building some stuff. I don't know the definition of stuff, but I'm going to build some stuff one of these days. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, I don't know. There's some charcoal that we cook out, use for on our grill. That kind of reminds me of Sissy Jennifer. That's Johnny's youngest little girl. She is 4 and she's going to be 5 in July. And every time she wants something to eat, Grandmama Kelly always asks her, "How do you want me to fix it?" And she says, "On the grill." I says, "Would you like to have some ice cream?" And she'll say, "Maybe after a while." And I said, and she'll say, then we'll ask her what kind of dish you want it. Well, you got to put it on the grill first. So I don't know. Gracious sakes, that youngin'. There's my service panel that provides electricity, and look at them. Look at that sorry cotton picking wiring job. It's not very neat or presentable, but it works, and that's something else I got to do. See, I got to smooth all this out and get it nice and flat and neat and stuff, and tack it to a little running board back there, make it look like like I know what I'm doing about electricity, but oh, I can do pretty good on it, I guess. But it's just a matter of me doing it. There's a ring, a life ring that used to be down on the pier up the Naval Weapons Station. I guess they was going to throw it away one day, and I decided, well, I'll carry it home, so I did, and hung it up there. I don't know, but see, that's just some of my stuff that I got. I got all kinds of stuff. So anyhow, this is kind of like the workshop area. Anyhow, there's a rather interesting thing. There's an old push mower that Sears and Roebuck put that thing out, years and years ago. And I took it apart and cleaned it all up and painted it up nice, and that baby looked like brand spanking new. And I was taking the thing apart, and I noticed the bearings in it. It had Timken roller bearings, and that means Canton, Ohio. That's where great grandma Z. Yeah, Miss great grandma Z Joe. Her maiden name was Dye, D-Y-E. That's where she was I don't know where she was born there or not, but I know she was raised there, because that's where I first met her when she was just a youngster. And so it's kind of funny that something like that's got Timken roller bearings in it. Of course, Timken, I don't think they're even making bearings anymore there in Canton, but it's funny they take something like that and got the best thing you can get in, and that was them Timken roller bearings. They kind of, wasn't for them, we'd been in trouble during World War II. But nowadays, you take something apart and check the barrel bearings, and it might be made in China. I think this country would probably fold up and go right down the cotton picking sewer if it wasn't for all this crap we get in China. C-R-A-P, capitalized. Okay, let me go ahead and swing around here. Oh, there's some Pennzoil, 10W30 Pennzoil. Isn't that great? Isn't this tape so interesting? All this crap I got here. Yeah, all this stuff and fertilizer center. And over here is my my workbench, and that could be a kind of misnamed too, because I usually don't do a whole lot of work. Oh, I do little stuff once in a while, but every time that turns into work, I kind of say, hey man, I didn't mean to use that bad word work. That's an awful bad cuss word in my vocabulary, because as soon as it turns into work, I usually stop, because I don't believe in working. I'm like my Debbie, my goat, Debbie goat. She plays all the time and eats out of your hand now. But we're gonna go over and get some nice stuff on this tape of the farm. And what's that? Oh, that's an extension cord. Yeah. Oh yeah. And here's my old DeWalt radial arm saw that I use to cut all my stuff on. And there again, I don't know what stuff is, but that's what I use to cut the stuff with anyhow. And the bird seed container and all this stuff. And here's a freezer. Here's a freezer that's got a bunch of stuff in, and food and stuff that we eat. And I don't know where there's any hog nuts in there or not. I don't think there is. I think we ate all them hog nuts. But anyhow, that old freezer's only about, I reckon that thing is a good 25 years old, and the dumb thing is still running. I don't know what the heck the thing runs for. It's getting a little rusty on the outside, but you know how it is, they don't make nothing anymore that's worth a darn. So this poor old freezer's only been 25 years old and decided it's going to get a little rusty on the inside. But it just keeps running and does what it's supposed to do. And I reckon that's about it for the workshop. And here's the old three-wheel bicycle here again. I guess I can get out of here for right now. And I'll see you later on this. That's all for this session. Well, the time now is 13:30 on still the January the 5th. So I'm back on the porch now, and there's my work table that I'm doing my plants and stuff, and I think there's someone at the door. Oh, that was Leela. She just got through looking out and looking at me and closed the door. She wants me to come in and take on some groceries, and I'd sound like a good idea because I'm hungry in the daggone she-wolf. And there's some of the overhead tube of sixes and stuff, and I don't know, this tape, I don't know where it's going to get no Academy Award out of my photography work or not, but anyhow, it's something, and it's just another little hangout area. So listen, I'm going in and get me some groceries, and we'll see you at another session here. Okay, bye bye. Okay, I'm sitting here looking at Peggy doing a number on a daggone keyboard. Give me a smile, kid, so I know you're happy. There, she gave me a smile. Okay, yeah. She's back on the keyboard doing her thing, man. Okay, see, this daggone, I guess its battery's alright, and I'm still taking it. Okay, this little short snap here, and I'll get out of here now.
Stapelia and some beautiful rabbit ear fern there. This would be a lovely addition.
Well,